Okay, thank you very much. Welcome to again to my channel. My name is Malasa. In the previous tutorial, I have already shown you how to define the mass sources of this story building. Today I will try to focus on the definition of the modal case. So if you like my channel, don't forget subscribe my channel, and if you like also this video, don't forget share it to your friends so that your friends will be getting more tutorials which has been prepared regarding to the modeling, analysis and design of this story building. And if you have questions regarding to the structure design of reinforced concrete structure as well as the steel structures, you are always welcome, and don't hesitate providing me comments in my commenting box, and I will try to answer your questions as much as possible in a shorter period of time. So try to press the bell icon in order to get the new notifications of the uploaded videos. So we'll proceed to this tutorial part 11, which will be focusing on the definition of the modal case or modal analysis. So, before starting the definition of the modal case, now let's say something regarding to the modal analysis. So, what is modal analysis? Modal analysis. So, the modal analysis use the modal cases. So first we need to define the modal case so that etabs will automatically run the modal analysis. So here suppose this is our structure, and here this is our structure. So every mode has 60 degrees of freedom, but during the modal analysis the 3 degrees of freedoms will be taken into account. That means the x and the y, which is the translation, and in z direction there will be rotation. So during the modal analysis we will be using only 3 mode of degree of freedom, 3 degree of freedom. During the finite element analysis, we have said that we will be using the 6 degree of freedom. That means 3 translation and 3 rotation. But in the case of modal analysis, we will be using 1 rotation along the z-axis and 2 translation along x and y direction. So, for example, if we have this structure, if we have a structure, suppose this one is a plan view, and if we apply the dynamic load or the lateral load, so our structure will move laterally, just like this. Just like this, it may move just like this. And if we apply also a load along in y direction, suppose if we apply a load a force in y direction, so our structure will move in just like this, which is lateral. So this building will be translated laterally along the y direction, and this building will be translated laterally due to the force, that is, this is Fx and this is Fy. So and the building, if we apply also the load in X or in Y direction of building will be undergoing the rotation, or that is the torsional behaviors. Meaning, if we apply in this direction or if we apply load in this direction, so our building will tilt in this direction. For example, it may be moving in this way. It moves in this way. That means that is rotation. So the building will undergo two modus of translation and one modus of rotation. So the modal analysis will be using two translation and what rotation. That means 3 degrees of freedom. So in order to show the those responses of the structures, we need to define the modal case or the modal analysis. Okay, now let's start it. Now go to the define menu and the modal case. Okay, here now modified. So here we can say it's modal case. So here we'll have two types of modal case. That means the first one is the eigenvalue. That is the eigenvalue. Sorry. The first one is the eigenvalue, and the second one is also the res value. So in the case of eigenvalue, we can use the mass and the stiffness matrix. But in the case of the reduced value, it uses the load case value. So sorry. So we need to select the eigenvalue. And here, this is the mass source which we have already defined. This is the mass source, that is ms sec 1, that we have already defined it. And also the here we have an option, that is use preset p delta setting. That is the p delta option is it is none, because we didn't define the p delta, because p delta will be considered and will be incorporated in our structure if and only if there is instability problem with regard to the p delta. So this can be left as it is, or it can be modified later after analysis. And here this is, let's say, just omit it. And here the maximum number of modes. So we need to define the n number of modes. So in order to get a good result, we need to define the number of modes. So the number of modes must be in such a way that the maximum mass participation ratio has to be achieved. Meaning, now let's come to this one. Here, this is the sum of the effective modal masses for the modes taken into account amount at least 90% of the total mass of the structure. So the modal participation mass ratio should be at least 90%. So the number of modes, that means, and the number of modes must be determined based on this requirement. So if the last number of modes contributes 85% of the total mass of the structure, so this indicated that the number of modes are not adequate. So we need to increase the number of modes until we'll get 90% of the modal participation mass ratio. So the minimum number of modes can be determined based on this formula. Here we have a formula. Okay, this one here. This is the minimum number of modes. That means k greater or equal to 3 times the square root of n. In our case, the number of stories are 20. So the square root of 20 times 3, which is greater than, I think it is 30 or 40. So we need to use the higher number of modes in order to avoid backend force analysis. So just come to here. So we need to use, let's say it is 25 number of modes. And the minimum number of modes, it is 1. The frequency is just, we can take as it is. So just click it. Okay. So this is the modal case definition. So here, if we have the modal case, for example, suppose here there is a building. Suppose this is a structure. So if we apply the lateral load, so our structure will move in x direction. Or if we apply also along in y direction, our structure will move along in y direction. Or it may rotate about the vertical axis. So the in order to check either our modal analysis is perfect or not, just we can see the behavior of the modes. The behavior of the modes. The first mode is always this translation. That is, suppose the first mode, it is translation. Translation in x or in y direction. The first mode. And the third mode is this torsion, that is rotation. That is rotation. So we need to check this requirements. If the first mode is rotation, so our model is not correct. If the first mode is translation, and the second mode is translation, so our model is perfect. So we need to take into account the behavior of the modes. That means, is it translation or is it rotation? So we need to take into account the behavior of the modes. So the behavior of the n modes will be the maximum or the extreme responses of every modus will be summarized based on the sequencing, that is the complete quadratic equation method, or the square root of sum of square method, in order to get the final or the extreme responses of the dynamic angle, the dynamic force. So this is all about the determination of, or the definition of, the modal case based on the Ethiopian Building Code of Standard and Eurocode. So don't forget, subscribe my channel, and also don't forget, share this video to your friends so that your friends will be getting new tutorials when I upload it in the next time. And also don't forget, provide me comments in my comment box so that I will try to answer all your questions as much as possible. And also, in order to get an immediate uploaded videos, just press the bell icon. So in tutorial number 12, I will try to focus on the determination of the response spectrum, load case, and the determination of the load cases associated with the load pattern. That means every load pattern which were defined before will be modified with the new word case as much as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.